Hi, Leo. Welcome to your July 2025 Energy Tarot reading with Paula B Energy. Glad you're here. All right. So your very first card for your past energy, Leo, is your card. This is fantastic. It is the Strength card. It shows that you have been showing up here in the past 6 weeks or so, maybe even right now, with your strong leonine presence of compassion and kindness and helping others, taming that inner wild beast, but still being your wonderful Leo self out in the front doing your thing. I love that energy, and I love it when you show up in your reading. Your next card for your last 6 weeks or so is the Seven of Swords. Now, I read that when the card is upright, that shows the balanced energy of the card. So this is the card of strategy when it's in its upright position. We really don't know what the story is behind this card. We don't know if he's taking these swords so he can sell them, or maybe he's giving them to whatever side he's on. He's not being greedy because he is leaving a couple of leaving a couple of swords behind him, and he's kind of looking back like, oh, I'm going to get away with this. So it's a card of strategy. It's a card of thinking things out because it's swords. It's about thinking. And it's about really reflecting on, is this the right thing? Am I saying the right thing? Am I communicating correctly? Am I doing what's going to be best for me and the others that my actions impact? Then you have another card of swords for your past energy, and this is the Five of Swords. And this is a card of victory over a battle, but not the ultimate conflict. So whenever the Five of Swords comes out, what it generally means is there's some sort of conflict. Because it's swords, we're talking about our mental processes, the way we communicate with ourselves and with others. So this could be that you have had some sort of conflict with another person, perhaps even within your own mind as to what should I do next? Which way should I go? What action should I take? You are still going to be dealing with the overarching circumstances of whatever the situation is, the war, so to speak, but you have recently or are in the process of winning a battle over that. So enjoy your victory, but keep in mind that there's still some work to do. I like that card, actually. And in your present energy, this is fantastic. Lots of new beginnings for you this month, Leo. You have the Fool card. This is the very first card in tarot, and it is the card of new beginnings. It's the card of stepping out in faith. If you notice, the Fool, he doesn't carry very much with him, so he's not too worried about, taking all of the supplies with him, and he has his faithful companion with him. Look at that sun, Leo. So this is a card for you, definitely. The sun is shining. So you may be doing some new things this month. For some of you, this might mean a new career, a new love. It could be just a new state of mind. Could just mean maybe you're even just picking up and moving somewhere completely new and different. Definitely new beginnings for you this month, and they are hopeful ones. Your second card in your present energy is the King of Cups. So in this new beginning, Leo, I want you to make sure that you are following what your heart says you should do. The King of Cups is a balanced masculine expression of the energy of water. And in tarot, water symbolizes our emotions, the emotional experiences that we want to have and that we are having. So the King of Cups, he is not afraid to show his emotions. Now, when I say that, I don't mean, having screaming, raging fits. I mean being able to tell people around you how you feel about them. And that can be something as simple as, hey, I really appreciate you. Or, you tell your Starbucks barista, thanks so much for always making my drink exactly the way that I want it. It can be something as small as that, or it can be the really big things as well. But it's balanced. It's not extreme. It is not, it does not put you in the emotional state of out of control. Okay? All right. And then your third card. Okay, there's definitely going to be some love coming in for some of you because you have the Ace of Cups. This is always indicative of a new love. Your cup overfloweth. This is the suit of water again. So you've got 2 cards of cups. You actually have the beginning of the suit of cups and the end of the suit of cups. So I like that. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of love coming in for you. If you're already in a relationship or you're not looking for love, keep in mind that when I'm talking about love, it's not just romantic love. This could be a new friendship. It could be a new business contact or partnership. It possibly could even be something, as mundane as like a hobby or something that you really fall in love with. So some new and exciting things coming in for you this month, Leo. I really like it. Now, that's the present energy. For some of you, that's going to be what's coming in, or you might be in it right now. Coming forward for you for the future is the High Priestess. This is a card of Pisces, as I see it. This is a card of connecting to the Akashic Records, connecting to the inner knowledge, right? The occult, the hidden. So the High Priestess is the intermediary between what is hidden and what is not hidden. And as you can see there, she has a scroll in front of her that denotes her ability to convey the knowledge. So it's time for you to tap into your intuition, Leo. This is going to be a month where not only are you connecting to your emotions and expressing them, but you're also needing to connect into what is really right for me. And how are you going to be able to do that? Well, you're going to have to do some soul searching and work on the shadow because you have the Moon card. This is a card of Cancer. You've got a lot of water in your reading this month, Leo. So that might be a little bit awkward for you as a fire sign. Don't worry. Just be like a little fishy and go with the flow. The Moon card talks about the subconscious, the hidden, the things that are underneath. So particularly in conjunction with the High Priestess, this is going to be a card of why am I doing the thing that I'm doing? So if you're starting something new, this is your opportunity to ask yourself, why? What is my underlying motive for making this particular choice? Is this particular choice right for me down the line? And you are going to need to know what your goal is because your very next card is the Chariot. Now, you're going to be very successful at this, but you're going to need to realize that you've got to have some sort of destination in mind. The Chariot is a card of swift forward movement and victory. And it is a card that says, hey, know where you're going or otherwise you're never going to get there. So turn on the GPS, Leo. Figure out what are the steps that you have to take to get to your destination. That's why you need to know your reasons for it. Now, your challenges this month start with, I'm going to show it to you upright, but it actually came reversed. So typically this is the Four of Cups. It looks like this. And you have it reversed, so completely upended. So normally this card, we often will categorize this card as a card of sometimes disillusionment or apathy, not caring. You do not have that at all. You care very deeply about what's going on, and you definitely are going to be tapping into being aware of opportunities, because this one in the upright position, he's not aware that there's a hand delivering this wonderful emotional experience to him. He's completely oblivious to it. But in its reversed position, he's going to be very, very aware of that. So keep your eye open for opportunities. This is going to be your challenge this month. Remember, this is in your challenge column. You've also got the Seven of Cups. Good Lord, lots of cups energies. Okay, so the Seven of Cups shows us 7 different cups that all have something different in them. Some of them look like good things. Some of them look like and maybe not so good things. And it often is the card of we have so many choices. We're having a trouble making up our minds as to which cup to choose. It can be the card of illusion, of things not being quite what they seem. I don't think that you'll have an issue with that because of your High Priestess and the Moon. If you do the work, you will be able to figure out why you need to do it, and that will help you make the right choice. So lots of choices for you this month, Leo. That's in your challenge position. And then your last card in your challenge position is the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is a card that speaks about asking for help We see these people, they are actually walking away from a temple. In other depictions of the card, it shows people outside of a church. So typically churches or temples are sanctuaries where we can go get help, we can get warmth, we can get food, we can have someone be able to aid us. Are you too proud to ask for help, Leo? I hope not, because you might need to be doing that this month. And it might just be you just need to talk things out, and that helps you get a little bit more clear on what your destination is. This is also a card of gratitude, of being thankful for the resources that we already have. It is a card of Pentacles. Pentacles is for earth signs. It is about the earth. It is about being grounded. It is about our resources. So what resources do you already have that you can utilize in your new journey? That'll be a good question to ask yourself this month. Now, in your blessings row, your very first card is the Six of Cups. Again, more cups energy. Holy mackerel. So the Six of Cups often can talk about childhood people or places or things coming to our mind or situations. But I believe that in this time of blessing here, the Six of Cups is talking about really just taking the time to enjoy things like little children do. That childlike sense of wonder where, wow, isn't it amazing? I want you to have that sense of expectation of the wonderful this month, Leo. That is what new beginnings are all about. All right, your next blessing card is the Emperor, but it actually came out reversed. So, as a reversal card, you're definitely going to be going more with the flow and not as rigid and controlled. So you will have some steps and things that you need to do in order to reach your goal, but you're going to remain flexible enough that you'll be able to change course. If a new opportunity comes along that your intuition tells you is better than what you had planned to do, then yes, pivot. Take that direction instead. Do not be rigid and so controlling that you're not able to deviate from your plan if a better opportunity for you comes along. Follow the guidance of the universe. And then you have the World. And the World card is a card of completion. It's a card of learning the lessons. It is a card of endings, but it's also a card of new beginnings. So it's both of those. It's where you've taken all of the things that you've learned over this last cycle that you've just completed, and now you're going to take those with you into your new adventure, your new journey that your Fool card was talking about. So far, it looks like it's going to be an amazing month. It is going to be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster for you, Leo, so strap in for that. However, the underlying energy of the reading, the card on the bottom of the deck, is the Queen of Swords. And that means that you are going to have that ability to discern. You do have quite a few swords in your reading, so you're going to have this interesting dichotomy of being in your mind and thinking about stuff and then really feeling the emotions. Try not to get too wound up about that. Keep yourself more stable and grounded. The Queen of Swords is all about discernment. It's about taking the different facts and distilling them down to the one thing that needs to be done, the one thing that needs to be communicated. She's very, very good at that. So that's your underlying energy for the entire reading. So use your discernment in all of these areas. Now let's take a look at some of your oracles. We have the Divine Doors Oracle, which are these really interesting little cards that show doorways and doors, and they help you reflect. And it says passages, spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. Okay, I like that because of the new beginnings. Very much so, transformation. And then in the Hidden Worlds Oracle, you got card 44, Returning Home. Transition, life between lifetimes, and loving welcome. Oh, I need to show that to you. So you're in a time of transition, Leo, and that's okay. Don't worry about it. You're in that liminal space. You know, you haven't quite... You're ending one thing and you're beginning something new. You're sort of in the middle of that space. Not quite, the new thing hasn't quite got here yet. That's okay. You are returning home. You're returning to yourself, is what I'm hearing. You're returning to your purpose, what you're here to do on the planet. You're returning to what your higher self wants you to be. All right, your last oracle card is from Love Your Inner Goddess, which is one of my faves. Can you see there's a red theme this month? And you got card number 8, Daughter of the Sacred Heart. And here is what it says. You are going to free yourself from a painful criticism or judgment held against you, perhaps by yourself, perhaps by another person or group of people. Human beings do not have the spiritual right to condemn each other or ourselves. Every human being is here to learn how to grow, and every human being will make mistakes along the way. You are realizing that you can claim responsibility for your actions and make amends where needed without ever deserving to be attacked or put down. You are realizing that you don't have to be perfect to be pure of heart and deserving of respect and kindness. Okay, Leo, I like this for you. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to figure out what you want to do, and then you need to make the leap, and I know you can do it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you join me next month for your reading. Check out your moon and your rising signs as well, and many blessings.